Since when being a hobosexual pay bills? I went to an event, but it was mostly geared towards people that were in relationships or wanted relationship advice. A woman said she don't go off her looks, and people started booing her. And then I'm looking like, why are you booing her? Because the thing is, granted, the first thing we see is physical appearance, but y'all fail to realize that you may see physical appearance, but keep in mind, once that person opens your mouth and you have a conversation with them, their personality traits tend to reveal itself. How is she lying? I've never really been, well, I mean, I've had crushes on men that were a 9, because nobody's perfect, 8, 9. But once I got dismissed in high school, I prefer to go, and then once I saw how they interact with other people and how they carry themselves, I was like, oh, okay, I don't like you no more. So I've never been the type of person to go to like somebody that was like an 8 or 9, because to me, in my opinion, and this is not everybody, the majority of those that know they're attractive or drop dead gorgeous or have different eye color, they are not the nicest. So, but once you open your mouth, then I'll decide if I like you or not. Now, I will look at a man's how he's dressed, and that may attract my attention. But as far as looks, no. But brings me back to the topic: when since hobosexuals pay bills? Because it's very concerning to me that people will move somebody in to their house barely knowing them just because they look good. Now, it's bad enough that we have people having intercourse with somebody because they are attractive, so they think that they don't have no disease. And with the Houston situation, we already see that that's not true. But what happened to getting to know somebody, moving somebody in, not a stranger because they look good? And I'm talking about the post that that guy put out. I saw him, he's not all that attractive. You would not be living with me. If I had no children, you would not. Under no circumstances. Because of your eye color and you got locks? Your looks can't pay my bills. Because you have to provide. As a man, you're supposed to provide. So going around telling people you homeless and think you're going to live in somebody's house because of your looks, you're shallow. And that go for women too, because women do it too. Because what you all fail to realize, that beauty fades. It fades. It's not too many women that age well. They don't. Tyra Banks, for example, put on weight. Let's see. Jennifer Lopez only looks good with makeup on. I'm just going to be honest. So it's like, you're not going to be attractive for that many years. Now, there's people that could pull it off. Kudos to you. But again, that's very slim. Beauty fades. So what doesn't fade is your personality. So again, the economy is changing. Rent gone up, mortgage gone up, property tax gone up. We still letting people move into our place for free? And I would like to know why. Why would you move somebody into your place based off of their looks? Because I'm just trying to make sense of it. And I don't want to hear that you're lonely, because there's no way. When y'all didn't watch crime shows, if there are people that we think we know for a certain amount of years that can potentially harm us, and we live together, what makes you think a stranger won't harm you? Yeah, I thank God. Then I see couples lately been arguing and whatnot, and I'd be like, yeah, Lord, you spared me. Take your time. And even if I don't get a partner, it's okay. Take your time, Lord. Because the fact that my children and I have never been in a domestic violence situation, not as a child, I have, but I've never, no. Because once you raise your voice at me, it's over. Now, there's been situations where I've been pushed, I've been threatened, but it never got to the point where my children see my face bashed in. There's black eyes. I've never no, because again, I like my peace. I like coming home to my children only. And half of the times I wish that I could have the whole house to myself. So for me to bring in another adult and we might not align or mesh well, that's going to be an issue for me. Now, once the children are older, then maybe, and that would have to be like they're a teenager. Notice I didn't say preteen, teenager, because at this point they're out with their friends, they can talk, they can communicate. So that guy can't try any funny business with mine because they're going to tell me. And we'll already have that relationship. But seeing how the world is, I think if I find somebody, I think it's best that he has his own place and I have my own place. Because Cheryl Lee Ralph has been married for 17 years plus, and they live separate lives and they're thriving. And I don't admire too many people, but that I admire. So sometimes being apart has its perks than you living, because I feel like when you live together, sooner or later, arguments, bills, but at least if you're apart, at least if you have any disagreement, you know what, you could go to your habitat, I can go to mine. We could cool down. We don't have to worry about sleeping, both going to bed angry. We don't have to worry about waking up and continuing an argument. You see the benefits? Now, to some people that might not be ideal, but you may need to try it, because again, a lot of times we think we mesh well with somebody, and once you live with them, then you be like, ooh, yeah, you be second thinking. And I know I'm the type of person that I'm not changing for nobody unless your name is Jesus Christ. So since I know that about me, I already know me living with another adult, it's not going to work. Because again, I tend to be a giver. I also tend to avoid arguments. I'll just make that other person happy when my wants and voice gets neglected. So then sooner or later, I'm going to start acting out. So since I know that about me, it's not going to work unless that man is willing to put up with me and have the patience. And there's not too many of them, because the men, I don't know, I'm starting to think that there are half men and half females, because there's no way that these men have some women tendencies where you're giving them money, they're complaining like a female, they're acting like a female, they want to be chased like a female. That kind of is very concerning to me, that we have the roles have changed. And a lot of people like to blame single mothers for that, but my mom was a single mother before she got married, and when my stepfather said something or put his foot down, that was the end. There was no challenging him or nothing. What he said goes. So yeah. So I'm trying to understand, when did women start to lead? Because no, if you're a single parent, that's something different. But once you're married, the man is supposed to be leading. I don't understand how there's a man talking about some, I'm afraid what my wife would think. What? And that's another reason why I choose to be alone, because a lot of these men, they don't know how to lead. Because my thing is, if I'm having a disagreement with you and you shut down because you don't know how to defend yourself, that's a problem for me, because you should be able to put me in my place. And mind you, I don't curse. Now, I may have a little attitude, but other than that, I don't curse. I'm not the type of person to get into your face. I don't yell. You would have to take me there if I yell. But other than that, you should be able to be like, look, Lindsay, you can't do X, Y, and Z, and that's it. There should not be a, oh my gosh, okay, fine, we do it. No, you're supposed to lead. Thank you for listening.